What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Oscar's Cozy Corner, your coziest corner of the internet for all things Disney Dreamlight Valley and beyond. Maybe a little bit of chaos thrown into, but what's new? I do hope that you are all enjoying the Mysteries of Skull Rock update. Gameloft really did their big one with this update. They put so much into it, especially when it comes to Premium Shop. Now, we did take a look at what to expect from the Premium Shop over the next couple of weeks in my leaks video yesterday, so I will link that somewhere up here so you can check it out if you want to. But today, I'm going to focus on companion rewards, and specifically the notable companion rewards for reaching level 5 with those. So Gameloft do consider the companions in different kind of like tiers, and the notable companions don't seem to be things like reskins or even Premium Shop ones that are like the Choco Crocodile and some of the fruit-based companions that we have and things like that. The notable ones do seem to be explicitly from Disney IPs and are kind of like drawn directly from some of the movies. So I guess that is the reason that they get those special level 5 rewards, but we're going to take a look at those. We're going to take a look at the notable companions, and we're going to see what you can actually get so you don't miss out and you make sure you level them up and get those rewards. Before I dive in, I did just want to talk quickly about the excitement that that holds for me. So obviously we got level rewards for all companions, so you can level them all up and you will get differing rewards at different levels for each one, and it will unlock new features so they can pick things up for you. They can pick sticks up, gems, all of that sort of thing while they're hanging out with you and while you have them assigned. But for me, the prospect of these companions getting additional reward levels at this point in the game really feels like it bodes well for the possibility of a player reward and a player level increase coming at some point, as well as possible additional friendship level rewards for villagers. Now, I know that they do sell the signature bundles that come with additional quests like Ursula and Wally, but we haven't seen one of those for a very long time, and considering the price of them at 4,000 moonstones, and we're now starting to see things in the shop for about that price, I don't think that we're going to see a signature bundle again anytime soon, especially when it has a whole entire quest line. But I do think it's possible that Gameloft might increase, maybe steadily or drip feed, at least some of the villagers an extra 1 or 2 levels that comes with 1 or 2 more rewards. I think that would be a really nice touch for those longtime players that have pretty much completed everything. Maybe every update they could give 1 or 2 villagers an extra kind of like level, and then we could just get something just on the side, just little. It doesn't have to be big, just another reward theme to them would be really nice. I feel just the same about the player rewards. I would love to see us be able to level up even further and continue those sort of like Dreamlight Valley themed rewards. That would be a really nice touch as well. But I do think that this could set the scene for that being a possibility, and I hope that Gameloft do consider that going forward in the future. But for now, let me show you quickly what these notable companions are, what Gameloft considers to be notable, and then we'll take a quick look at their friendship rewards so you don't miss out. So I do just want to give Mini Beast from the Dreamlight Leaks Discord a shout out for helping me with these. I don't have all of these companions, which means I wasn't able to kind of like tell which ones were considered notable in the new collections menu, but Mini Beast does have them all, so he kind of gave me a pointer in the right direction and he let me know what the rewards were for each of these. So thank you to Mini Beast. Check out the Dreamlight Leaks Discord if you haven't already. I'll link it down in the description below. But these are the companions that Gameloft considers to be notable. So obviously when we look at them, I mean, it's pretty much a given that they are from movies, they are from IPs. So each one of these companions does come from a specific franchise and a specific IP. We do have Baby Pegasus from Hercules, we have Dinah from Alice, we have Figaro from Pinocchio, we have Hey Hey from Moana, we have the Magic Carpet from Aladdin, Max from The Little Mermaid, Pua from Moana, R2-D2 from Star Wars, and then the Footstool or Sultan from Beauty and the Beast. It does make sense to me that they chose these 9 for the aforementioned reasons. I do think it is probably the wisest choice. And I do wonder about like the licensing deals that they have with Disney for using these specific characters, because there are actually a lot of Premium Shop companions. We have the different fruit themed ones. We have like the popcorn squirrel from the Star Path. So there are a few of the base game companions that they've kind of reskinned. We've even got the monkey that was inspired by the Mad Hatter. You know, there's a whole plethora of companions at this point. But these are the ones that are like the most different from everyone else. I know that Baby Pegasus is probably the only one in this list that is similar to a base game one, because we do have the little Pegasus horses in the Storybook Vale. So I would say that Baby Pegasus is the closest to being like a default one, but I think they probably worked on Baby Pegasus first and then maybe the rest. But as for the others, these are kind of like renders and specific character models that we do not have anywhere else. So especially Max being the latest one as a dog, Magic Carpet was a really nice introduction. These are definitely notable, so I would agree with their assessments of that. And I understand why they've given specific level 5 rewards to these particular companions. But let me stop yapping. Let's just get straight into these level 5 rewards. I want to make sure that you get them. I want some of them, so I'm going to show you. Do excuse the renders. They are very small from the game files, so they might look a little bit pixelated, but you'll get the gist, and I'm sure that some of you have already unlocked them. Okay, so first up we have Baby Pegasus, and Baby Pegasus does give you this mythical cloud throne. Now this is quite a large seat, I believe. You can actually sit on it, and then you can obviously purchase more of them from Scrooge. I love it. It's inspired by Hercules. It's got the really decorative element that the biomes have in Mythopia. It has the columns, it has that kind of like Grecian feel to it. And I like that it's like quite chunky. It's very substantial, and it's like that marble effect that some of the other Hercules stuff has. So that is a really nice item. I can't wait to get my hands on that one because I do have Baby Pegasus. And I will have to check if it does match color-wise Baby Pegasus's house, because they did give us a companion house for that Baby Pegasus that was like a temple type thing with the columns. So fingers crossed it does, because not everything always matches in this game. Next up, we have Dinah and her level 5 reward. So you will be getting some pink cat shelves. Now, Dinah is obviously from Alice in Wonderland, and Dinah did come with this really nice companion house that was like a cat scratching post and a little house. Now, it was huge compared to Dinah, but I do love that they followed on with that theme for the cat shelves. And I feel like cat furniture is always super cute. I know I was gushing over Max yesterday on my live stream, but I feel like furniture-wise, when we talk about pet furniture, cat furniture is just superior. I think it's just super adorable. I don't know if these come as individual pieces or whether it comes as one piece. I think it's probably going to be one piece that you can kind of place on the wall. I will have to unlock it and give it a try. But I like how it looks. I love that there's little steps, there's a little bed, and then there's kind of like one of those jumping off posts. I actually have cat shelves, and I've looked into cat shelves before, and they are the most adorable thing. It's so much fun seeing the cats run up them. I'm going to assume that Dinah does not go ahead and run up these, but they are just decorative. But they do fit with the vibe. They fit with Alice's kind of rewards and some of the stuff we got from the Star Path last time around as well. So that is always a bonus. Moving on to Figaro. Now, Figaro was my little mascot when I first started the channel, because Figaro was one of the first kind of like non-base game companions that we had. So Figaro does hold a special place in my heart. A lot of people pointed out that my default avatar outfit is kind of looking like Geppetto as well. It was never intentional. I didn't realize that until somebody pointed it out to me. But Figaro does have a level 5 reward as well, and it is this fishbowl and cabinet. Now, this fishbowl and cabinet is notable because Geppetto also has a pet goldfish in Pinocchio called Cleo. And in the files, this does actually reference Cleo, and it does have Cleo in the name, but I believe that the front-end version of this name is fishbowl and cabinet. So I do like that they've kind of snuck in a little Cleo reference to Geppetto's other pet into Figaro's reward. That is such like a niche, but a nice little nod for Pinocchio. I'm not sure if a little goldfish might be swimming around there. I doubt it highly, and this render is not very high quality. It seems to be much lower quality than the rest for some reason, but this also does match Figaro's house, because Figaro came with that like kind of like Malibu Barbie pink house, I believe. So yeah, I like this. I think it's cute. I like the pink elements. If you're doing a pink room, this is going to fit in really well. And it just is a nice little nightstand with a little fishbowl, just a little nod. This is nothing that's going to blow you away, but I like the little nod and the little reference to Pinocchio. All right, Hey Hey also gets a level 5 reward. Now, this is a coconut garland gate. This is tagged under Moana, I think, inspired by Moana. It does seem similar to the Mulan archway, the Magnolia archway. I just don't think it's going to be as wide, but I really like how this looks. Even though this is quite low quality in terms of the render, I like the flowers going up the sides. I like the lights, because these are string lights. I believe they are in the shape of coconuts, and then I do believe that they light up. The files do say that it is a light, so we'll have to keep an eye out on that. If you do have Hey Hey, feel free to level them up and let me know down in the comments. I also really love this sort of like emblem in the middle, this carving with the flowers going around it, and the vibe really fits. So if you've got a Moana build or anything like that, this is going to slot right in and look very pretty, especially because it comes with those red flowers that I believe are the flowers from the hibiscus bushes. So you could merge them together if you do have that bundle and make something really nice. But I like they went like little floral and little decorative for Hey Hey, and not something like a pot on a stove or something, you know? Moving on to the magic carpet. Magic carpet also gets a level 5 reward, and that is the Agrabah mirror. So this is a wall-mounted mirror that you can put inside on your walls. Very pretty. I love the gilding around it. I love this sort of shape. in the middle for the cutout for the mirror. I love like the green mist. I can't remember if this is a reference to Aladdin. Is there a green sort of mist going on? All I keep remembering is the Evil Queen's mirror. But I do actually have an indoor Aladdin build, and I think this will go perfectly in there. So I can't wait to get my hands on this one because I do actually have magic carpet. So yeah, this is very pretty. I don't typically use indoor stuff all that much because I prefer to do my builds outdoors, but we did get a lot of indoor Agrabah furniture, and this will fit in very nicely with that set. Our latest companion to the valley is of course Max. I can't get enough of Max. This is probably one of my favorite things that Gameloft have ever done. What a wonderful addition. Everything about him is perfect, from his animation to the interactions that he has with villagers, growling at the villains, just a whole lot of thought was put into Max, and it's clear that somebody at Gameloft absolutely adores him and absolutely loves him, and I can get on board with that. His level 5 reward is a nautical ship bed, so you will unlock this bed that you can place inside. Now, this is very detailed, especially for a bed. I mean, it does match everything else in Max's bundle of that nautical furniture that we got, but this bed in particular, compared to some of the other stuff, is very, very detailed. So I like that they added this. I'm not a huge lover of nautical furniture, but I do think that this works really nicely. If you are doing like a ship build, or you're doing like the inside of a ship, maybe you have Eric's ship and you want to decorate it from the premium shop, this would be perfect to go in there and flesh that out and really make it feel like cohesive. So yeah, I think this one is fun, even though I'm not a nautical lover. I believe that Pua was our very first non-conforming companion in the valley. So shout out to Pua. And Pua does get a little ore wall display. So obviously the ore in Moana is very important to her and kind of like the storyline, and I believe even more so in Moana 2. So it is nice that they've kind of like focused on keeping that in the center for Pua's reward. I think it's adorable. It's obviously just a little shelf that goes on the wall to show off your ore. I'm not sure how big it is because ores are quite big. So even though this looks relatively small, I feel like it might be quite wide. And I know there's not much to this one for a level 5 reward, but also it's just level 5 and they're just companions. So I'm not expecting like premium shop quality rewards, but I think it's cute. I love the little rope wrapping around and then dangling off the edge. The flowers are a nice touch because it might feel a little bit sterile without them. So yeah, I'm gonna try and unlock this so I can see how big it is. And then I'm gonna have to find a place to put it. Moving on to a very popular companion, R2-D2. Again, one of my favorites. I feel like when R2-D2 came out, I said, I'm never taking R2-D2 off. And now Max is here. I'm like, I'm never taking Max off. So I do feel bad that I keep letting these companions down, but we'll just have to see. I think Max is going to be in it for the long haul. But if you do level R2-D2 up to level 5, you will unlock an R2-D2 backpack, which is a really nice touch. I love that concept. It is the only clothing reward or accessory reward. That was tough. It is the only clothing or accessory reward from the companions. So I did think this was a Loungefly backpack at first glance, but it's not. Otherwise, they would have kind of like flagged that up as a collaboration. I don't know if we'll ever see another Loungefly collaboration. Depends on how well it sold last October, I believe, but we haven't seen one since. But I do like the concept. I love that it's got R2's little kind of like legs on the side as well, because actually the Loungefly backpacks do not. It is just sort of his body and his head. And I think this is going to go down a treat with Star Wars fans. So who knows? Maybe we'll get another Star Wars Dream Snap at some point where you can use this to your heart's content. And then finally, we do have the footstool, otherwise known as Sultan, I believe. People always comment that on my videos about the footstool or when I ask about footstools. So yeah, they give you a cozy castle rug. Now, I'll be honest, at first glance, it kind of looks a little bit weird. I'm not sure if it's meant to be viewed directly from above. I'm not loving it. I did try to find if it was a reference from the movie. I skipped through a couple of pages of screenshots, but I couldn't see anything particularly like this. I don't know. Let me know if you're seeing it. Let me know if you see the vision for it, because I'm not seeing it at the moment, but maybe it'll look different in game and maybe it'll look different at player level. I don't even have the footstools, so I'm not going to be able to test this out, but somebody could let me know how big this is. I think it's just the colors. I'm not loving the colors. Everything about it looks like not my cup of tea, maybe, but I still love the concept, so don't come for me, Gameloft. All right, gang, that is it for this video. Just a super quick one today to show you those rewards and those renders. Hopefully we will be able to unlock them relatively quickly in game. And if you have already, let me know down in the comments what you think of those rewards. If you don't have those companions, but you do want one of the rewards from them, also let me know which one is your favorite. I'm always eager to hear what you think. As I said earlier on in the video, we did get a look at all of the leaks coming to the premium shop over the next couple of weeks. So if you do want to watch that, it is down in the description below. And again, a big shout out to the Dreamlight Leaks Discord for all of their help with that. I'm going to leave it there for today. I do have a member stream tomorrow on Friday. If you are a member and you want to stop by, we're going to be unlocking the Rainbow Fox. It would be lovely to have you along. But with that being said, I am going to leave it there for today. I will catch you in the next one, and I will, of course, see you in the valley.